Hey guys, Dezmon Landers here, your startup advisor and partner in entrepreneurship. Today we're going to be talking about the dream barrier. What is standing between you and your dream? And you'll probably be surprised about what it actually is. Before we get started today, I want to read a quote by the successful motivational speaker Les Brown because he sums up the contents of what I'm going to be speaking about on this video. The graveyard is the richest place on earth because it is here that you will find all the hopes and dreams that were never fulfilled. The books that were never written, the songs that were never sung, the inventions that were never shared, the cures that were never discovered, all because someone was too afraid to take that first step, keep with the problem, or determined to carry out their own dream. Les Brown believes that the majority of the good things that were to be on this planet are actually buried in the ground because people didn't understand what I'm going to talk to you about in this video. The dream barrier. We're going to talk about again what keeps you here and what keeps your dream here and what stands in the way. It's very simple. Two things stand in the way of your dream. Number one, your monthly burn rate. Number two, the people you want to be around. Let me tell you why. Your monthly burn rate determines whether you can sanely think. It determines if you have shelter, if you have food, if you have insurance, if you have a vehicle to drive, right? Most people are really focused on getting those things down. If it's $3,000 a month, if it's $5,000 a month, if it's $10,000 a month. I know some people with their burn rate $30,000 a month. Good gosh. Whatever that burn rate is for you, identify what it is. The second thing you're going to want to identify is who do you want around and can they fit into that burn rate? Now, normally, if it's just friends, then they don't really factor into the burn rate. But if there's anybody that you're responsible for, children, wife, parents, older parents, for example, that are relying on you, then you got to factor in that burn rate to whatever that is. Once you have that number, then from there, you're going to want to start a business. You're going to want to look into the marketplace and figure out, okay, what can I get into that I think I can automate over time, right? Do I get into the property management business? Do I get into the apartment locator business? Do I get into, the business wholesaling electronics? Whatever business that is, you got to figure out which one you can get in there and then get out of within a two-year period. There's going to be 4 areas of a business you're going to want to take a look at to make this determination of 1, if you can solve someone's problem, 2, if it can become profitable, and then number 3, if you can actually automate it. First thing you're going to want to look at in that business is what are the infrastructure requirements? What are the licensing components? What are the tax liabilities? What do you need from an insurance standpoint? What is the risk if something goes wrong, right? In that bucket, those are all the things that you need to conduct business that do not generate revenue. Number 2 is acquisition, marketing, advertising, sales, onboarding. What does that look like to go from someone not knowing you, but you knowing that you need to go after them, and then them actually giving you money for your product or your service? Management. What are you going to need from a customer management standpoint? Customers have questions and you need to be there to be able to answer their questions on your product or service. What does that look like? What is it going to cost for you to hire someone or get an automated technology system to handle that, depending on the service or the industry that you're in, right? And then the fourth is the exit process. When people flow out of your business, how do you go ahead and get feedback? How do you go ahead and get testimonials? How do you go ahead and get referrals so you can decrease your front end acquisition costs, right? So when you're starting to look at how to get to your dream, you got to figure out, can this business get me to 10K a month? Can it get me to 3K a month? Can it get me to 5K a month? And can it sustain, right? Once I start to automate it. The second thing is, can I automate the business? Those are the 4 buckets you look at. And if the answer is no in any one of those, then that's not a business that's going to help propel you to your dream. That's okay. Not every business is meant to do that, but pick the right one that's going to get you to your dream faster. Now, the problem is many people, they say that their dream can wait. But the thing is, we don't really know if we're going to be here tomorrow, or we don't really know the things that are going to happen that may disable us from being able to achieve our dream. Put a priority on your dream to get it done today, faster, right? So it's easier to be able to say, hey, I did this, than hey, I hope to do that, right? Many people die and they never do those things, so they keep pushing it off. Determine what is important for you to do, regardless of money and responsibility. What is important for you to do on this planet before you die? I mean, that's really what it comes down to. And no one likes to say it, but I do, because I don't take every day that I wake up for granted, and neither should you, right? So you want to understand that you have a barrier in between you and your dream, and you have to understand, are you willing to change your life to get to your dream? If not, it will be a dream forever. Don't fool yourself. You'll never get there. But if you are willing to change, if you are willing to sacrifice in the short term, then you're going to want to find what your burn rate is, find what you want, or who you want around you at that burn rate. Find a business or a problem in the marketplace, a want or a need that you can solve, and then start looking at it in those 4 areas: infrastructure, acquisition, management, exit. Is this opportunity the one that I can automate across all 4 of those buckets, so that once I get done with that, I can actually go off and do my dream within the next few years? See, most people are 30, 40 years away from doing their dream. I'm trying to get you to be 5 years away or less. My name is Dezmon, your startup advisor and partner in entrepreneurship, and thank you so much for watching The Dream Barrier.